Jerry personally, this way. Thomas think that I should present it. Jerry came along a couple of years ago when we decided that we need someone help in language skill and in theory part of the team. And he's been a great help. And also one more person to share Thomas' eager of sharing and learning. So he comes to our office every week, sitting there. If Thomas is busy, then he would be just quietly sitting there either tasting tea or baking tea and just being a great help for Taiwan tea. And I thank you for this. And then that also makes both of us grow and then, in many ways, including our vocabularies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa. Taiwan茶世界香, Taiwan tea, and making the whole world aromatic.
Thank you.
That's your mission.
That's my mission.
That's
my
your
mission.
Thank
you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Do I have to say something too?
You have to.
I have to.
But limited in 2 minutes.
Limited 2 minutes. My shortest time is lecturing for 1 hour. Okay?
I know, that's why.
That's the shortest time. What can I say? I am a Taiwanese kid back in Taiwan again, and it's very different. I think every time I come back, and I don't come back that often, every time I'm back here, I feel nostalgia of me coming back home. But to be honest with you, I was never realistically a tea person because I didn't understand tea. And what I mean by I don't understand tea is because it was the bitter drink that my parents always gave me. Okay? Being Taiwanese, what happens is you have tea in front of you all the time. But realistically, I guarantee you, most Taiwanese people do not know tea. Okay? Then being a transplant into the Americas, okay? I am now an Taiwanese American kid now. I'm very much Americanized. There's no, grew up with baseball. Grew up, doing everything nostalgic of Americana. But coming back to here was very important to me. A few years ago, Thomas Josephine approached me to think about tea. And this was quite some number of years ago. And I didn't have time during that moment. And as gradually I've become more seeped into the situation, I really embraced it quite a bit. The first thing I said on our first trip, on our first outing, I said to Justin, I said, I'm home. Give me a moment. I look at this as not a business. This is not business for me. This is something personal. And so I feel very touched when I see so many people involved. And actually, I was going to think, like, who's going to cry at this one? I was going to make other people, I was like, oh, shoot.
It's your heart speaking. It's all Jerry.
I don't, I'll be honest with you, I don't live I've always thought myself as a dorky scientist. Right? And I've lived the life of a dorky scientist, but I guarantee you, I've been blessed really with so many adventures in my life. I've never had a normal life. I will gladly talk about my stories to anyone, share my stories, because anyone that's gone through my path of education, things like that, does not have the path I have. I've been extremely blessed with people that I get to work with on a daily basis, to work with and talk to and share my life with. I mean, hell, they've seen at least 2 of my ex-girlfriends, so, they know exactly how my life is. So it's really interesting because anyone that's known me for quite some of the years, they'll say, how does that happen to you? How does that adventure happen to you? And to me, this is my adventure. This is my adventure. Thomas keeps on harping to saying, hey, so when are you going to leave the university and come and work for T permanently? I am thinking about that. But I have that option. And things that being in tea brings one thing that's very different, especially trips like this. It's surreal. I mean, that one trip when we went to Ali San, I mean, where are you going to find that? There's no way, I can't replace that moment, that second when you're sipping the tea. You know, it's unbelievable. The weather's perfect. You see, you're on a mountain, you're seeing another mountain, and all you have is just tea. Just tea. And so that moment that you can't replace that by any means. Those moments make my life happy. So thank you very much. Deadline for the book. Before World Tea Expo, right? Thomas said.
Really?
Okay. Thomas wants it. I
Which year?
He wants it by 2015, right?
Wow.
So Thomas and I will be working very hard, and I'm going to bother people like that guy, people like that guy, you know, everyone, Justin, you know, all those people. Obviously, they have to put up with me on a daily basis. You have to understand this. Like every week, they see
That's
my
why
face.
we installed the camera.
Right?
That's
They
why we
installed the
installed
camera in the shop. It's like, what is that guy doing? Who invited this guy in? Right?
And he's to make sure don't shut on my
Bald spot. I said might blind the camera. But thank you very much. I've learned so much about every one of you. One of the things that's very interesting about every one of you is that you all have your own uniqueness about how you approach tea. You don't look at it as most people do, which is this is just a beverage. Now I've looked at the statistics of this. I've studied this in terms of the big world perspective. Each one of you are not looking at the big world perspective in terms of that you are going beyond that. That's what's so special about each one of you. You guys have your own uniqueness, and you bring that to the table of the world of tea. So thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,